Eric Dungey thanks to Liverpool Pool and Spa on the flagship station of SU football, TK99 and TK105.
And looks like back home live in the outside Portland, Oregon area. Eric, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
And how was the Vegas experience? We'll talk about the game, obviously, in a moment, but you were able to go there with some family, some former teammates, hook up and go out to dinner and get caught up there. How was being in Las Vegas with your friends and then being able to go watch an SU football game in your time zone?
Yeah, no, it was really great. Really good to see some former teammates catch up, just kind of talk about old memories, just see what everybody's up to nowadays. And then for the most part, it wasn't, the Vegas trip that everybody kind of has in their head. It was my family lives on the outskirts of the Strip, so went to the game, ended up just going home. I feel like an old man now. I don't really have the energy to go out till midnight or 2 a.m. anymore. So for me, it was just, go see some friends and also see Syracuse play. And what a game. I mean, truly an incredible game. I'm just really happy that Syracuse pulled it out there.
We were talking about it last hour, too, and it's great to see, even when things are going wrong. Kyle threw an interception late in some plays that the special teams play, obviously, that the blocked punt, but they don't lose their poise, and they kind of can keep the wheels on it and then get right back on the horse and then go down and do what needs to be done to tie the game and then go ahead and win it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the poise for sure. And then anytime you have a special teams turnover, a special teams blocked punt, I mean, that really can change the outcome of a game. Not only did we have one, but we had two. And then the guys were able to rally back after that. And Kyle McCord, yeah, he had that interception, had some other interceptions that could have happened there. But, sometimes you're just living right, and we got lucky. But, Rondé Gatson, 142 yards. And then Jackson Meeks, Trevor Pena, 67 yards. But I think the guy who really did it all was LaQuinn Allen there, 9 receptions, over 50 yards. Plus, he was just running the ball hard, especially there at the end, just the will from him. So it was really great to see all the star players there, Kyle, LaQuinn, Rondé, Trevor, Jackson. They all had, great games, and that's what you need against a top 25 team on the road. And even when the defense or the special teams isn't performing the way, we expect them to, when our offense is cooking like that, it is incredibly hard to beat. So really, really happy for the guys and Coach Brown there, leaving Vegas with a win, and now we can go into NC State with a little momentum. This might be a little tougher of a road test. NC State's always very hard to play at. It's a hostile environment out there, but NC State's not the same team. I think they had another quarterback go down. I think they're playing a true freshman, if I'm still correct. He's got some talent, but still's making some errors and some mental mistakes as a true freshman. But the kid can beat you with his legs and his arm if you let him. So for Syracuse next week, they just got to stay sound offensively, and then defense, you just got to shut them down 1 or 2 times and let that offense get the ball.
On Friday, dig a little deeper into the NC State game and team. Back to the win on Friday. How's the stadium? I mean, watching it, because the Super Bowl was there, and seeing pictures and videos, I had a lot of friends who were at the game sending me some stuff. It looks like an amazing facility.
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, you just pull up and you just see what's around there, and obviously inside is spectacular. So there's a reason why they put so much money into it, and it shows. So really, really cool experience, and fun for the guys to play in an NFL field like that, and experience it. And it was a solid crowd there too. I mean, the whole lower bowl was full. And Syracuse travels so well. That's what I love about the fans. So for those guys to come all the way across the country, I mean, Syracuse fans were louder than the UNLV fans for most of the games. So that was one thing about Syracuse, is they're going to travel well and support the team. So.
Good. Aside from the guys that you planned on seeing, did you have some surprises, bump into people or see some people? And I know it's great for others on the West Coast who don't normally have a chance to see Syracuse play live to make that trip to Las Vegas. So I don't know if you bumped into anybody else that you weren't expecting to see.
Yeah, I actually ran into Sean Riley. He's down living in LA, so I bumped into Sean Riley and Aaron Roberts, one of my former linemen. So really, really nice to see them, catch up with them. And then Ron Thompson, who was there my freshman year, actually, believe it or not. So he was living down there. So again, it's cool to catch up with these guys. Luke Arcenega, got to meet his 3 boys. And then obviously Eric Anthony, just got to reconnect with him. But for these guys that, you go, 3 or 4 years without talking to, and then you kind of catch up right where you left off. That's what football's great for, is you build up these relationships and this chemistry, because you've been working so hard together. It's cool to see them back, and they're doing well, which I'm really happy about. So really fortunate to make that trip. Now I just got to get back to Syracuse and go to the old dome, and I guess the new dome. I haven't been to the new dome yet, so that's next, and see Syracuse maybe play later October and November.
If you have plans specifically, say I don't know that I have their schedule right in front of me, but I think their next home game probably isn't until November. So maybe you can
November, yeah,
yeah, right.
I was just thinking that. I was like, they got a pretty big road stretch here, so it will definitely be in November. I don't know if I want to make any more road games there, but I definitely want to get back to Syracuse and see see some fans, see some of the coaches, and then also just meet up with some of the old people that I used to be around. So I'm excited for Syracuse, though. I mean, they're really playing at a high level, and Kyle McCord has lived up to the hype. I mean, he hasn't thrown for under 300 yards, and he's just keeps getting better and better. He's had, obviously the interception, but for him, his good outweighs the bad so much, and he is just able to cook at such a high level, and really been impressed with him throughout everything. And regardless of what everybody said coming from Ohio State, he has really lived up to it, and the team has been on his back. So the team goes as he goes at this point, and he's been able to put the ball in the right spots and been very accurate and precise, and just been showing his leadership too. So really happy for him.
Aside from that, one of the benefits of a Friday night game is that frees you up all Saturday to watch some of the other college games, and it was one upset after another all day long on Saturday. Did you have to catch any of those games?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Alabama Vanderbilt, that was kind of remarkable. Just watching that in the first half, like, oh wow, Vanderbilt's keeping it close, and you just fully expecting Alabama to turn it on at some point. And I mean, Coach Lee, and then Coach Lee Pack, who I used to play for. I mean, Coach Lee's the head coach there now. It was really cool to see for him, because he's been working so hard. Just a phenomenal guy at Vanderbilt. So for them to pull that upset, it's huge for them. I mean, in 40 or 50 years they haven't beat Alabama. I think I saw that stat. And then there was, again, I feel like there was 3 or 4, actually probably 5 or 6 teams in the top 25 that went down, especially in the top 10. I mean, the Tennessee game with Arkansas, and then Miami almost went down. Granted, Miami somehow found a way to come back down 20 plus in the later in the game, but there was just a lot of great football on. So it was a great weekend for college football, especially starting off at Syracuse with that comeback win there.
Well, have a great week, Eric. We'll pick up again and chat on Friday morning at the same time, and we'll preview the tough NC State Wolfpack. As I said, it's always tough to play there against them for some reason, but hey, the team is exciting. This is also a side note to when Syracuse is playing well, as they have been obviously this year. For me, anyway, I end up paying closer attention to all of college football, not just Syracuse games. So after they win, then I want to see other scores. I want to see who else won, who else played well, who else lost, where the conversation in potential bowl appearances might show up. It makes it just fun for everybody when they're playing well and winning like this.
Oh, definitely. And I can't wait. I think you're just looking at the remainder of the schedule. Syracuse has put themselves in a great chance. Obviously, we would have loved to have Stanford win there. I think we would definitely have been in top 25 by now. I mean, we only received 6 votes for the top 25, but they just got to keep winning. At this point, it doesn't matter where you start in the top 25, but at that last game of the season, that's all that matters of where you end up. So they just got to keep winning, chopping wood, carry water, and that's what they're going to continue to do throughout the remainder of the season. And then when the dust settles, they'll see where they're at. So it doesn't matter about the strength of schedule. It just matters if you keep putting those wins on the board and just showing teams, and then also showing the nation who you are. So I think Syracuse done a good job, and they're getting better and better with their first year head coach. So really impressive.
Friday morning.